Hey guys, happy Tuesday. It's Joe, and it's time for a Puckett with Joe, presented by a sports, if I can talk, presented by SportsGrid TV. Go give them a follow over on all social media so you don't miss out on any of the excellent content. Now, you guys, Game 5, this is why I am tongue-tied. I do not want this NHL season to be over, but it is looking so much that way that things are going to be wrapped up tonight. The Vegas Golden Knights coming in at minus 175 right now on that money line, plus 150 all the way up to plus 180 for the Florida Panthers on some books. I got a plus 170 earlier today, thinking it's worth a little bit of a sprinkle, mainly because I don't want the season to be over, but it's looking that way. The Vegas Golden Knights just playing absolutely elite hockey out there on the ice. Now, we have a total. We've got 5.5s out there and 6s. So depending on which way you're liking this one, definitely shop those totals, because I tell you, the difference between a 5.5 and a 6 is major if you're liking that under, and major if you're liking that over as well. So let's break this one down. Let's break down a couple of prop bets I'm liking in this game. You guys know I have a soft spot for the Florida Panthers. And that's saying a lot, because Vegas, the Golden Knights, were my second favorite team going in to the season. I love what we've seen out of Vegas. I love how this team built for speed and to win straight out of the gate when they expanded a couple of years back. But this team is playing with fire in every single game. They've been finding a way to get those goals, racking them up, and they're just bringing everything they got. So the Florida Panthers, question marks on if Matthew Tkachuk will be out on the ice tonight. Without him, you guys, I do think Vegas is the best way to take this game. If Matthew Tkachuk does not lace up those skates, Vegas will be able to get this done tonight on home ice. I really hope he gets out there. I think unless Matthew Tkachuk has a serious injury where doctors are not allowing him to get on the ice, we absolutely see Tkachuk hit that ice. So I know, Joe, you are high on the Vegas Golden Knights with you taking them in 5. So I wish you all the best with that. I am being selfish, though. I really want this one to go to 6. Let's look at some of the things. Bobrovsky in goal tonight for the Florida Panthers. Now, his number is coming in at 29.5 save shots on goal. You guys know I've been loving taking these save shots, but I would only take Bobrovsky under tonight, even though we did see 31 shots out of both teams in the last game. I worry about those block shots again in this game. I think we're better off taking some of these players for their block shots, like White Cloud and Montour, rather than looking at this one for those goalie props. Aiden Hill, his number coming in at 28.5. Now, looking at the last matchup, it was really interesting. Both teams played a very clean game, only giving each other one opportunity on the power play. Neither team was able to score on the power play last time, but definitely going to be a cleaner game. Yeah, Raymond, you doubt he's going to be on the ice. It's heartbreaking for the Florida Panthers in such a backs against the wall game. Matthew Tkachuk will not be out there. Now, does the Florida Panthers have other players that are difference makers? Absolutely. I just don't think they can get it done without Matthew Tkachuk on the ice. He's been absolutely outstanding for them. That being said, Montour did break his point streak that was going in the negative, or not in the negative. He wasn't able to get those points on the board. He did break that in the last game. He got a goal in the last game. So Montour can step up. We've got Sam Bennett, Sam Reinhart, lots of players that can step up on this team. So with or without him, I do think the Florida Panthers will not stop fighting, but Vegas is just so dominantly strong. They're playing disciplined hockey as well. So a disciplined Vegas team is very hard to beat, especially on their home ice. Chandler Stevenson, definitely the superstar of the last game, getting those first 2 goals. And Carlson, the other goals. So both of those players, someone to look at tonight. Mark Stone did register 2 assists. We haven't seen Jack Eichel score a goal in forever, but last game, no assists, but he normally is an assist machine. He's been really getting us that money with him for those points. Vegas, when we look at them, 15-0 in the postseason when scoring at least 3 goals. Offensively, they've been outscoring their opponents 23-9 in the last 5 games, which is mind-boggling that they've been able to do that. So converting on the power play opportunities is major for Vegas. They love to be able to convert on these power plays. If the Florida Panthers play a dirty game, Vegas will capitalize on it. So the key for Florida to try to stay relatively close in this game, well, Matthew Tkachuk, and then both Matthew Tkachuk and all these other players need to stay out of that freaking box. They cannot give Vegas the opportunity on the power play. Now, looking at a couple other things for this game, excuse my phone, I apologize for that. Looking at overtime here, I told you guys started this series. These two teams are going to play tight games. We got one overtime so far. This is game 5. I do expect this one to be do or die at the very end. We either go to OT or the team that is up gets the empty netter on the other team. So I'm going to put quarter unit on to go to overtime at plus 350. I'm also going to look at this one to go over the total of 5.5. And that's why I think it's so pivotal grabbing that 5.5 if you like it to the over so you won't get that push. So I'm going to ride with the over 5.5. I expect the Florida Panthers or the Vegas Golden Knights, whoever's down in that third period, especially if it's Florida, because we know this is an elimination game, to pull Bobrovsky early. I expect Bobrovsky to be pulled with 3 minutes left and multiple opportunities for the empty netters, multiple opportunities for the extra man advantage on the ice for the Florida Panthers for them to find a way to hit Adin Hill. So overtime and the over 5.5, I think, are my favorite bets in this game. Now, what else am I looking at? David, you're liking Vegas. Jack Eichel, yeah, Raymond, I agree with you with Jack Eichel for the assist. He's just been an absolute assist machine. Power play goals over 1.5. I could see those power play goals coming in, and that's really what it comes down to in this one. For Florida to get the win, they have to stay out of the box. For Vegas to get the win, get under Florida's skin, get them in the box, because we know Florida easily lets Vegas get under their skin. So those power play goals definitely can come. We also got to look at the thing that we have seen the Florida Panthers score on the power play, on the penalty kill as well. They've been able to, when they've been down a man, get a goal against the Vegas Golden Knights. So something to watch for in this one, because Florida is going to be playing with that grit and determination. So the over 5.5, I do think the over 1.5 in that first period at minus 130 has value. I expect both these teams to come out really hard to start this one. Now, if you think the Panthers can find a way to hit Adin Hill tonight, their team total is at 2.5. To the over, that is minus 110. The Vegas Golden Knights, if you think they can get 4 goals in this game, the over 3.5 is coming in at plus 102. With the possibility of empty netters, with Bobrovsky pulled, I think if you do like Vegas, getting at plus 102 for over 3.5 is the smartest way to attack Vegas here, because otherwise, looking at that money line, you just can't bet it there on the money line. So depending on which way you guys like, you guys know I'm sprinkling a little bit on the Florida Panthers, mainly because I really want this to go to 6 and 7. I don't even care who wins this. I just want a couple more games of hockey out there. So, and at plus 170 that I got it earlier, I thought it was worth a bit of a sprinkle. So looking at some player props, like I said, I love those block shots on goal tonight. Now, I'm just going to see if FanDuel is back up and running with their block shots, because I was looking earlier. They had basically everyone locked for these block shots, which always drives me crazy, but I'm sure they've got it back up. Interesting. So earlier, Jack Eichel was up for his block shots. Jack Eichel was coming in for a block shot at plus 140. So that is an interesting way to go, because I haven't seen Jack Eichel for his block shots on the board, and that's why I highlighted that one. So for an anytime block shot for Jack Eichel at plus 140, it is now locked up. Brandon Montour, another player for the Florida Panthers I'd be looking at for his block shots, locked up here as well. Zach Whitecloud for the Vegas Golden Knights, he's a machine out there defensively. I would look at him for the Vegas Golden Knights over on his block shots. Again, it's locked. Mark Stahl. Block shots for the Florida Panthers is locked as well. So those are the players I would look at, you guys. I do think there is quite a good possibility of them all going over in this game. You're rooting for the Panthers. We definitely need more hockey. I don't want it to be over, you guys. So who else am I looking at for some goals? If Matthew Tkachuk comes out there, you guys, you know he is going to get a point tonight. He's going to do whatever it takes. He's going to put his body on the line to just play and extend this one to Game 6 or Game 7. Sam Bennett, another player I think you should look at for the Florida Panthers. We know how strong Sam Bennett has been for over a point, coming in at -135. I'd probably look at Sam Bennett for the anytime goal as well, or Sam Reinhart. I think both of those players are sort of underrated, and we're getting a lot of value on them. Jonathan Marchessault coming out here for the Vegas Golden Knights. We know what he's been doing. He's been absolutely dominating on the ice for the Vegas Golden Knights. He's coming in to score a goal at +105, so we're not getting the value. But looking at maybe Mark Stone. Mark Stone was held off the scoreboard, but did get an assist in the last game. We know Mark Stone, the captain, is so absolutely fantastic for the Vegas Golden Knights. +165 for an anytime goal for Mark Stone. I absolutely like that. He has 2 goals and 6 points in this series so far. 21 points in the postseason. So you guys, that is what I am liking. Yeah, I like Barbershop to come out here and score a goal as well. -105. Courtney, shout out to you too. Thanks for joining us here. So you guys, it's going to be a wild night on the ice. Like I said, my bias is my sprinkle on the Florida Panthers on the money line, but I do think the over 5.5 has such a strong possibility with empty netters, a desperate Florida Panthers team, goalies pulled with 5 minutes left. If it's Vegas who's down, I don't expect Aiden Hill to be pulled early. If Florida is down, Bobrovsky is going to be pulled early. I expect within that 3 to 5 minute range. So we have the chance of multiple goals coming in, no matter how strong the defenses are, no matter how strong these teams play. That empty netter will push us over if it hits. Otherwise, I think these teams can go to OT. So I'm taking the over 5.5. I'm taking the possibility to go to overtime. Like I said, I was riding it every game in the series at +350. So those are my favorite bets. Sprinkle on the Florida Panthers on that money line to extend it. Those team totals, depending which side you like, the team total of the Florida Panthers is over 2.5 at -110. So if you like Florida, I think they can get 3 goals in this one. I think that's a solid way. And if you like Vegas, the over 3.5 is at +102. Again, I think it's the smartest way to attack Vegas tonight if you're liking them, because that money line is just too high. If you think that they can do that. Now, you can take them puck line if you think this is going to be a 2-0 style game, 3-0 style game, and they won't go over that total of 3.5. So that's another way to look at it as well. But when they produced at least 3 goals in the postseason here, they've had 15 wins. So they've been absolutely dominating when they get those goals. So it would be easy to see them getting 4. Joe, you also took the over 5.5. I like it. I like where your mindset is with that. You guys, player props, Sam Bennett, Sam Reinhart. I'd look at them for their points tonight or their goals for the Florida Panthers. You know Matthew Tkachuk, if he steps out on that ice, he's going to be a difference maker in this game. Fingers crossed he is nice and healthy. The over 1.5 in the first period, a little juicy at -130, but we know that has been cashing. And then I think Mark Stone is due for a goal at +165. Heck, Jack Eichel is probably due for a goal. He's been an assist machine for us, but you guys, this is the last night, maybe the last night of betting hockey. I feel like I'm going to cry over this. I don't want it to be done, you guys. So I'm going to be sprinkling on a lot of these players. You're liking Vegas on the puck line in the first period, and I do like that bet. Vegas at home on their home ice. You'll see Florida play, I think, a stronger they'll attack in that first period, but you got Aiden Hill fresh. I think Florida will play more desperate in the third period. They're going to look to attack in the first as well. So Vegas will be looking to come out nice and strong, get that first goal, get the lead. So I don't mind that puck line. I rode the Florida Panthers on the puck line. Last game, we know how that went. It did not turn out, but I do think the over 1.5 is a strong way to go. Trying to see if I have anything else for you guys. I do think Barkov needs to come out and be phenomenal on the ice for the Florida Panthers if they have a chance. Matthew Tkachuk has to hit the ice. So maybe some live betting this game, but you guys, I will be live on Sports Grid at 7:40 Eastern time, right before this game kicks off. So I might have some other plays for you if I come up with some. Make sure you join me over there. I want to thank you so much for joining me here on Puck It with Joe on Sports Grid. You guys have an absolutely incredible day. Keep smiling and let's make some freaking money. Bye, guys. Let's go Panthers. Let's not end the series, you guys.